Regionalization has gotten to be a very popular term, and it's being thrown around a lot because cities and counties are just about all in some degree of financial straits. And so they've started talking about it, but very few are doing it. So I need to explain to you what regionalization really means. Regionalization is the same thing as mergers and acquisitions in the private sector. The private sector has been doing mergers and acquisitions for decades. Why? Because they can combine the back offices into one, and that saves them a lot of money. In some cases it streamlines the reporting process, but mostly it's to save money. Well, saving money also translates into losing jobs, and no one at the local level, cities, counties, wants to risk losing their jobs, so it's a very difficult thing to implement regionalization. Problem with that is that most cities and counties have been bleeding to death one drop at a time for decades. And if you want to change that, get ahead of the game, go ahead, merge, get rid of people a little faster for now, because what happens is when you get successful, you start hiring again. But in the interim, cities, counties are all behind the eight ball, so that they need to merge. Now, as it turns out, there are only 22 cities in the United States that have actually merged. In looking at the 22 cities that have merged and checking the demographics for those cities within the states that they're located, you can't actually tell that regionalization makes a city more successful. Half of those cities are more successful than the average for their state, half are less successful. The bottom line is regionalization is not the answer, it's part of the answer, because it does dramatically reduce expenses, and for most cities and counties that is hugely important today. Last thing I would say is that on average it takes 10 to 12 years for regionalization to be implemented, and that is if you have a strong mayor form of government. If you have a weak mayor form of government, there is no telling how long it would take you, because again, only 22 cities have done it. If you need more information, please go to my website, savingamericascities.com, or purchase one of my books, Saving America's Cities. Thank you.